Welcome to this high-stakes collision, a game here late in the season featuring two teams ranked in the top 25, both looking to move up big time. And welcome to Sooner Nation and the Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the number 13 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. Wk10 Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And the Razorbacks will kick this deep to get us going. It's Thomas. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the single back takes the handoff. Both these teams told us they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings. We expect a tight, competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love the fact that we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win, and hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Nice grab. It's Sategna. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball for 31.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Grab down the middle. It's Sategna. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45.
Great job here as a play caller. You come out the opening drive, you want to establish a little bit of an aggressive nature, and you hit some big plays here downfield. Great way to start this game.
The Sooners starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Cut over the middle, it's Gibson. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
I would argue he's one of the more talented quarterbacks that we've seen the entire year covering college football. He can throw the deep ball. He can throw that touch pass and that intermediate throw. He can also show you he can make plays by buying time with his legs. Guy is the total package, and he's making his defense pay right now.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
No gain on 1st makes it 2nd down and goal from the 7. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for 6. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted.
This just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Just a good job up front by this offensive line, getting a hat on a hat and be able to give this running back from Arkansas enough room to get upfield and pick up that first down. Nice play.
So backed up, that big play gives them a first down and some breathing room out beyond the 20. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. On the ground, it's Hill. They get him down with the junior with an excellent run there.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Breaks an open space.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Green. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, the defense throws the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Handoff from the shotgun. It's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Looking for a man. A deep shot right down the middle. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for this 6 points.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Thomas. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Throws it deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. That's an outstanding throw there by the junior quarterback. The Sooners hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
I'll tell you what, you're going to load up on this running game, and you're going to leave your corners one-on-one. You better be ready when you take on Oklahoma. Think about all the receivers they've had over the years. Just off the top of my head, guys like CeeDee Lamb and Hollywood Brown, they get left one-on-one. They're going to make you pay for it. This receiver showing he's got the quicks to be able to win those one-on-one battles and soft hands. Good timing and a nice gain for the Sooners.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
Promising start to the drive, but now 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Looking to chuck it again. Makes the catch. It's Potts. Breaking free at the 35. Here he goes. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they'll set up with BAT. And it's up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Inside give now from the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
He'll ride the back again here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Try and muscle for the 1st down. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Looking to throw. It's Green. Defense is coming after him. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Now, instead of a nice gain, they're going backwards with that penalty call. The Razorbacks will bring their punt team onto the field. And they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane on that return. Puts the start of the drive in good position. Play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the move now. On the run, he'll let it go. That's a dangerous throw. It falls incomplete.
Dog, you're not doing what I asked you to do, bro.
Second interception today.
Pretty
Jesus,
nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Makes the grab. It's Burks. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action.
It's too much to be your boyfriend. Oh my.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, he makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Sategna. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And the Sooners are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Toss play to the outside. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, you're inside the red zone, which means you can't come away with anything less than 3 points. But you know this offense is thinking about a touchdown. They're trying to get to that end zone. They go with the toss play. The big boys up front being mobile, moving around, and the running back trying to get behind him to find yards. It's exactly what he did there.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
The Sooners will come to the line on fourth down, looking to convert. Needs a completion here on fourth down. The pass to the flat to a receiver. Touchdown, Sooners. They connect for 6.
Boy, the timing and the execution is outstanding here by this offense. Quarterback makes the easy throw, but the blocks out in front of this receiver were the key to get him out into space and allow him to utilize that speed.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. start at the 25. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? The sure hands. It's Jones. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. And look at these yards.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's a fumble. Scooped up in the defense. They bring him down, but a heads-up play to scoop up the fumble and make first down yardage.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They're in the right place at just the right time.
Now, looks like the head coach made a smart move in that challenge. Officials are going to overturn their previous ruling after getting a look at that replay. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Back to throw. It's Green. Dump off caught by the running back. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Soccer with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made. The defender grabs him behind the line of scrimmage.
Obviously, you're going to throw the football on third down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big fourth down.
And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team.
It's too much to be your boyfriend. Too much.
So they begin the drive.
And you not make it much easier.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Caught behind the line. It's out. Breaks loose at the 40. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
Nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Looking deep downfield to the left. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. And it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to Norman. Integral piece of this offense, and it gets you the yards you need.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That's caught. It's out. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Still no answer for this offense.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
Lining up to try the extra point. kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. The shotgun handoff here. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense makes the recovery, a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. And the defense will spend their timeout here to make some adjustments. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. It's Green. Lets it go quickly. Pump over the middle. It's Brown. He has first down yardage at the 46.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And the deep ball is broken up. What a play by that DB.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And this time it's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Wide open downfield. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
He's got room to run. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now on this drive. They'll give it to the back. Going absolutely nowhere with a loss of the play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Back to throw. It's Green. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to scramble now. Breaking free at the 35. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Scanning the field. It's Mateer. Looks right, lets it fly. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
If it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his 2nd touchdown alone here in the first half.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
After the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Gibson. Defense finally able to get him down after the juke, but he picks up a decent gain. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Looks like 1 more play here before halftime. To throw, it's Mateer. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a big chunk play on the final play of the period. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. deep to begin the second half. And he comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Offense back out on the field. The passing game was effective in the first half. Let's see if they continue to lean on that as they try to make up the deficit here. Breaking free at the 35. He's in the clear. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Running through the tackle. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Man, that is impressive run here by this back. Not only to be able to pick up those big yards, but what I love to see is the mental toughness. This guy put the ball on the ground the last time he had it. The coach doesn't shy away from getting the ball very next time out, and he delivers with a big gain.
The Razorbacks are in the red zone. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Dropping back, it's Green. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Arkansas. Great connection there for 6 points. Coach, you play quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So down by 5, they'll go for 2, trying to cut this to a field goal margin. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He makes the grab in the end zone.
That's fucking bullshit, bro.
Well, this is exactly how you climb back into a game. Great execution, not only in the touchdown, but then they get the 2-point conversion as well. And now it's a field goal game. Time to see if the defense can get a stop and capitalize on this shifting momentum.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas.
Dog.
Sooners offense is back on the field. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going. And the Sooners come to the line in a hurry-up.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like they're going to go up-tempo. Keep this momentum going and keep the defense as much as you can on their heels.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Brooks. What a save by the senior.
Man, with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
The Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Play fake, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Touchdown, Sooners. There was no catching him that time. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line.
It's not that I'm over you. Not over you.
And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. From the shotgun, handoff inside. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to throw. It's Green. Caught over the middle. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that first down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the first down.
Side of the 50, they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking for a man deep down the middle. Makes the catch, and that is...
That's so bullshit, bro.
All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. 4th down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. And what I love to see is he not only picks up that first down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little...
Falcons was up 21-0. Now it's 24-24. Falcons are fucking terrible, bro. Goofy ass niggas, bro. Niggas can't do shit right with their life.
Bringing it out. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. In the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. To the air. It's Mateer. He's running out of time here. Oh, the pass rush gets home. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Sategna. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Arkansas. Pick 6 could be a game changer.
Chris, I think the quarterback gets fooled here. He might have thought it was man-to-man coverage. I thought he might go to the outside. He comes back to the middle, and that linebacker's playing zone, reading the quarterback's eyes, steps in front of that throw, and takes it to the house for a touchdown.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Steps out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, some show of life from this offense.
But when they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receivers. Another good example of it there for the first down. Makes me harken back to guys like Sam Bradford and Jason White, their Heisman campaigns and the accuracy that they threw the football with. Great example of that right here by this OU quarterback.
He escapes the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. Had the big play to start the drive, but now, the 2 incompletions, they face a 3rd and 10. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing as we saw on this play.
No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner will be brought down. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. Looking downfield. It's Green. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incompletion makes it second down. He hands it to the back. Fights off a defender. First down, looking for more now. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. No chance to catch him there.
But you talk about avoiding a disaster. That ball is on the ground, free for to pick up. The offense picks it up, and not only that, they take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. And the Razorbacks are in the red zone. And looking to throw now on first down. Bringing pressure. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Second down after that previous play. Looking downfield, it's Green. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Drive downfield shot. It's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Should be the last play of the quarter. And he'll drop back here on third down. Moves out of the pocket. Lets it fly to the wideout. Breaking free at the 35. They finally stop him, but a big chunk play to wrap up the third period. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Ball handed to the running back. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And the wideout goes in motion. And they'll give it to the back. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Boy, Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Thomas. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Oklahoma offense is back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Fine time now, rolling to his left. Using his legs on the scramble. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Grab behind the line, it's Burks. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it? And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out at practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
The obvious move here is to go for a two-point conversion to cut this lead to 3 as time winds down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. This is caught. Could be an important two-point conversion to get within a field goal here in the late stages.
Well, I thought the defense did a pretty good job of defending this two-point try, but let's give all the credit to the quarterback and the receiver for being able to be in sync and in rhythm to come down with that catch and the 2 points.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? To throw, it's Green. Looking right, this one caught. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Increasing out motion from the offense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught in the backfield. It's Jones. Breaking free at midfield. They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
The Razors Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Pounding away with the run game. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they hand it off to the back. He goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defense coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the crowd really getting into it. To throw, it's Green. Looking to scramble. Catch made in space. Look out. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Chris, the quarterback looks up, sees a wide-open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's an easy touchdown for this offense.
Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Running out of time in the pocket. That's incomplete, even on a 1st down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. The Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. To the air, it's Hawkins. Grab down the middle, it's Brooks. Burst into space. Inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Sooners.
This guy's starting to prove that he is a mismatch for this defense. 2nd touchdown of the day, and a great job by the coordinator continuing to find unique ways to get this guy on one-on-one opportunities for touchdowns.
And we'll set up with a PAT. PAT is good, but still trailed up. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Offense back out on the field. To The shotgun run call. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Leaning on the run game here late. They test the middle there, but get nothing. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Scanning the field. It's Green. Receiver makes the catch. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Razorbacks will have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So 2nd and short here, exactly what you want when you're trying to run the clock out and secure the victory. In the red area, it's Washington. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Well, it's been a great season. Big things still possible.